Hello and welcome you all in the course of probability and statistics. Now today we should learn about the one of the important theorem rules in probability and statistics, namely Bayes theorem or Bayes rule. But before dealing with the Bayes rule, we have to see some of the prerequisites which are used to develop Bayes theorem. So the first one is the independent events. Now if the probability of B/A is equal to probability of B, that is the probability of happening of event B occurring is not affected by the occurrence or non-occurrence of A. It means that if we have to find out the probability of happening of any of the events B, but it does not affect whether the event A is finished or not finished, then the outcome, that is resultant quantity of probability of B/A is equal to probability of B. Then we say that A and B are two independent events, but according to the conditional probability, probability of B/A is equal to probability of A intersection B upon probability of A. These are nothing but is a statement condition of conditional probability. So by rearranging this equation, we have to get probability of A intersection B is equal to probability of A into probability of B/A, but probability of B/A is equal to probability of B, because if A and B are independent event. So we have to get the equation star. Now if the equation star is holds, then we have to say that A and B are independent events. So finally we say that if this bottom equation, this top equation, that is this two equation written in red color, if out of these two, if any one of the equation is true, then we have to say that the events A and B are independent events. Now next property, if an event A must result in one of the mutually exclusive events, say A1, A2 and so on An, then the probability of event A is equal to probability of A1 into probability of A/A1 plus probability of A2 into probability of A/A2 and so on probability of An into probability of A/An. Now before dealing the solution of this property, we have to understand some of the terminology. The first one is when we have to say that the events are mutually exclusive. So let us see this figure. This sample space say consists of say two events. The first one is A1 and the second event is A2. Now this curly black line split the events A1 and A2. Now this portion, these are the events A1 and this portion represents the happening of events A2. Now it is clearly seen that there is no element or sample point which are common in event A1 and A2. In general, if the intersection of any of the two events is phi, then we have to say that two events is mutually exclusive. Now we have to consider say any other event A. Now this circle represents any other events A. Again this event A is split into two categories. Now this category is known as A1 intersection A, and now the right hand side portion, these are the events A2 intersection A. So we have to say that A must result in one of the mutually exclusive events. Now to deal with the solution, first of all we have to prove the property say for n equal to 2. So, if event A must result in one of the two mutually exclusive events say A1 and A2, then according to this figure we have to write down A is equal to combination of this left hand side portion, that is A1 intersection A, yeah A intersection A1 both are same, union A2 intersection A, yeah A intersection A2, that is again both are same. So, A can be represented in terms of two mutually exclusive events. Why mutually exclusive? Because you have to see the events A intersection A1, that is this left hand side portion, and A intersection A2, this right hand side portion, and intersection of these two events is phi. So, we have to say that is mutually exclusive. Now, by using this fact we have to say that probability of A is equal to probability of A intersection A1, union is replaced by plus, these are probability of A intersection A2. Now, further simplification by using the help of conditional probability leads that probability of A1 into probability of A slash A1, and by using conditional probability the second term is probability of A2 into probability of A slash A2. So, we have to say that this property is true for n is equal to 2. By the same fact, if you have to consider say sample set consists of say 3 events A1, A2 and A3. Remember, all the 3 events must be mutually exclusive, that is intersection of AI with AJ is equal to phi when I not equal to j. Then by using the same criteria the property is true for n is equal to 3. So, extension to the large value of n, we easily made the results it true for n events. Now, on the basis of this we have to see the example. Say box 1 contains say 3 red and 2 blue marbles, while second box 2 contains 2 red 8 blue marbles. A fair coin is tossed. If the coin turns head, that is the output of the coin is head, a marble is chosen from box 1, and if the output of the toss is tail, the marble is chosen from box 2. We are interested in find the probability that a red marble is chosen. So, before dealing with solution, let us assign some of the terminology. So, let R denote the event a red marble is chosen, while Roman 1 and Roman 2 denote the events that box 1 and box 2 are chosen respectively. So, our aim is we have to find out the probability that a red marble is chosen, but as seen in the question, the red marble contains in box 1, also the red marble contains in box 2. So, we have to write down, since a red marble can result by choosing either box 1 or box 2. So, now to deal with the solution we have to use the property, which is just we have to see. So, in a property we have to write down or we have to talk about say generalized say n events, but in this example there are just only 2 events. So, A1 is replaced by Roman 1, that is box 1. The second event represents by Roman 2, that is box 2, and capital A is replaced by R, that is red marble. So, by using the probability of choosing a red marble, so just replace A by R. So, probability of R is equal to probability of A1, that is first event. So, in this case probability of I, probability of A slash A1 is replaced by probability of R slash I, Similarly, the second term is replaced by probability of 2 into probability of r slash 2. As in this example, there are only two events, say a1 and a2, so we have to terminate this property after the second term. Now, probability of 1 is half. Now, in this example, say there are total 2 boxes. Now, probability of 1 represents, so for selection of the first box. So, selection of the first box has only one output. So, probability of 1 is 1 and there are total 2 output, total 2 sample points. So, the denominator is half. Similarly, probability of selecting a box 2, so numerator is 1 and in denominator there are total 2 boxes, so is half. Now, this term probability of r slash I, these are coming from the conditional probability. This represents as probability of r, that is the probability of selecting a red marble slash when these events, that is I, is already occur, and here I represents the first box. So, we say that this term represents the probability of selecting a red marble when first box is already selected. Now, first box is already selected, so you have to see box 1 contains say 3 red marbles, so numerator is 3, and now box 1 contains total 3 red, 2 blue marbles, so denominator is 3 plus 2. Similarly, the second terms is represents probability of selecting a red marble when second box is already selected. Now, in second box there are 2 red marbles, so numerator is 2 and in denominator the total marbles, so 2 red, 8 blue, so denominator is 2 plus 8. Further simplification leads that the probability of selecting a red marble is 2 upon 5. Now, we have to coming on the Bayes theorem. Suppose that a1, a2 and so on an are mutually exclusive events whose union is the sample space S. It means that the intersection of any ai with aj is phi, where I not equal to j, and the union, that is a1 union a2 union a3 and so on an, is equal to sample space S. That is, one of the event must occur. Then if A is any event, we have probability of ak slash a. It means that the probability of happening of events ak when event A is already finished is equal to probability of event ak into probability of A slash ak. It means that the probability of happening of event A when event ak is already finished upon summation running from j1 to n probability of aj into probability of A slash aj. Now, this enables us to find the probability of the various events a1, a2 and so on an that can cause A to occur. So, let us see, since A results in one of the mutually exclusive events, then by using this property the probability of A is equal to probability of A1, probability of A slash A1 and so on, probability of an into probability of A slash an. Then this expand term can be simply represent by using the summation form. So, summation j1 to 1 probability of aj to probability of A slash aj. But by using the conditional probability, these are nothing but these are the statement of conditional probability. Probability of B slash A is probability of A intersection B upon probability of A. Now, also the same statement can be represented as, say, probability of A intersection B is probability of A into probability of B slash A, just cross multiplication. So we are interested in find out the probability of happening of event AK when event A is already finished. So by using this blue highlighted equation, that is by using conditional probability, just replace B by AK and A is as it is. So it gives probability of AK intersection A. Remember, the probability of A intersection B and probability of B intersection A both are same. Now denominator is as it is, probability of A is equal to, now this numerator, that is probability of AK intersection A. But by using this red highlighted equation, these are nothing but again is a conditional probability. So by using this highlighted equation, just replace B by AK. So we have to get probability of AK into probability of A slash AK. And now denominator is probability of A, but probability of A is summation j 1 to 1 probability of AJ to probability of A slash AJ. So these are nothing but these are the Bayes rule. Now on the basis of this Bayes rule, we have to see the one example. Now this example is in the context of example 1. Suppose in example 1 that the one who tosses the coin does not reveal whether it has turn of head or tails, so that the box from which a marble was chosen is not revealed. That is, say person has tossed the coin but his does not reveal the results. What is the output? It may be head, it may be tail, but does reveal that a red marble was chosen, but it reveals only the results red marble was chosen. What is the probability that box 1 was chosen? That is the coin turn up by head, because in first example we have to see that the box 1 is selected, it means that coin turn ups by head. So let's deal with the solution. So we have to use the same terminology as we have to consider in example 1. So setting A is equal to R, A1 is equal to first box, A2 is equal to second box. So we seek the probability that box 1 was chosen, given that a red marble is known to have been chosen. Now see here, our aim is we have to find out the probability that box 1 was chosen when red marble is already selected. Now using the Bayes rule, now here there are only two boxes. So Bayes rule for n equal to 2 gives a probability of I slash R. Now see the carefully the physical interpretation of this term. Now this term represents the probability of happening of event I when event R is already finished. So in this case we are say that the probability of happening of selection, that is choosing the box 1 when red marble is already selected, and is our aim, reveals that red marble was selected and we are interested in find out the probability of box 1 was chosen. So it represents by probability of I slash R. Then we have to use the statement of this Bayes rule. So probability of I into probability of R slash I upon, now in Bayes rule there are say summation form, that is it covers the general statement which belongs to n mutually exclusive events, but in our case there are only two, so we have to write down only two terms. probability of I, probability of r slash I, plus probability of 2, probability of r slash 2. Now probability of I is already we have to discuss in first example is half. Now probability of r slash I, it represents the probability of happening of selecting a red marble when first box is already selected. So in first box there are say 3 red marble and total 3 plus 2, that is 5 marble. So in box 1 3 red marble, so numerator is 3, and in denominator the total marble 3 red 2 blue marble, so 3 plus 2 upon the denominator first term is same as numerator, so this whole term is as it is again, plus probability of 2. So again I will repeat, there are 2 box, so denominator is 2, but out of 2 the selection or occurring of box 2 is only one output, so is half, and this last term probability of r slash 2 represents the probability of selecting red marble when box 2 is already selected. So in second box there are 2 red marble, so numerator is 2, denominator the total marble, so 2 red 8 blue, so denominator is 2 plus 8. And further simplification of this expression leads the probability of I slash r, that is probability of selection of the first box when the red marble is already selected is equal to 3 upon 4. So thank you very much for paying your attention.